Hello, friends. This is the mid-module review worksheet. So I'm going to share that and we're going to go ahead and do that so that you can make sure you get 100. So let's look here. We're adding. Now we're switching gears because we're used to subtracting, but we're going to draw our place value over here. So since we're adding, boys and girls, that means we have two parts. So we have to draw both of these. The first part is 132. So I'm going to draw 132. Okay. Now the second part I'm going to draw is 48. So I'm not going to draw any hundreds because it doesn't have hundreds. So I'm going to draw 40, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40. And then I have to draw 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here, what did you notice? If you have a highlighter, you can highlight that, but if not, do like me and circle it. Bippity boppity boo poof. We made a 10, and I'm going to draw an arrow over here, and I'm going to poof in that 10. So now, if you notice, we don't have any extra ones. We have 0 ones, but now we have 8 tens, and we still have 100. So that's how the drawing is. I hope that refreshes your memory a little bit. Now let's look over here. Let's do our number bond, and let's add 2 plus 8, and we know that's 10. What did we make? Bippity boppity boo poof. Poof that over there into the tens. Now you know we don't have any ones left over, so we have to put 0 the hero right there. And now remember, we have to add all our tens, all of them. So we did have, remember, we drew these 3, then we drew these 4, but then we made another 10. So that is 8 tens. And notice we still just have the 100. We did not make 100. So I'm going to put an X right there because we didn't make 100. We only made 8. So we still just have 100. So we have the number 180. Okay. So let's go down now. Look, pay attention to the sign. Now we are subtracting. And I want you to remember, when we are subtracting, we start with the whole and we take away a part. So we're only going to draw the whole. So we're going to draw 74, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 74. Now we have to take away 26. Well, you should notice more on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So I'm going to X him out, but I'm going to draw an arrow over here to our poof box. And what's going to poof in there? We know a 10 has 10 ones. So I'm going to poof in my 10 ones. My 10 ones. Make sure all 10 get poofed in there because that last box is kind of cut off. Okay, so make sure you have 10 ones there. So I did have just 4. Now I have 14, don't I? I did have 7 tens, but now I have 6. But I can take away 6 now. And remember, you want to take that away from our 10 box, our poof box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 4 here left over, and we have 4 here left over. So that we are left with 8. And I need to take away how many hundreds? 2. Take that away, and I have 4 tens left. So let's see if we get the same answer over here. So bippity, or more on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So I'll go here. Now that leaves me with only 6 tens. We need backup over here. So poof in those extra men. Now you don't have just 4 men, you have 14. And so now we can do 14 minus 8. Well, or 6. If I take away 10, take away 6, That is 4, and I still have 4, so that is 8. And 6 take away 2 is 4. So we got the same answer, 48. Okay, good. Now here we have a word problem. Show your work. Maddie had 34 stickers and Jillian had 15 fewer stickers than Maddie. How many stickers does Jillian have? Well, she has 15 fewer. That means we're going to have to subtract, aren't we? So we're going to do our T chart. And we're going to do Maddie's 34 stickers. And we know that Jillian had 15 fewer. So that means subtract. Now, what I want you to do right here is you can pause me at any time, which is great. So go ahead and I want you to pause me right now and see if you can analyze this and see where we have our more than. Go ahead and pause. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job. I hope you got this done. Let's look. More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So having 3 10s, I'm only going to have 2 10s. Poof in that extra those extra men, and now instead of having 4 men, I have 14 men. Now, what is 14 minus 5? Well, you know we don't have 14 fingers, we have 10 fingers. So let's think of our 10 fingers and keep 4 in our head. So 10 take away 5 is 5, and we still have those 4 fingers in our head, so that makes 9. And now we have 2 10s and we take away 1 10, that's going to leave 1. So Jillian has 19 stickers and Maddie has the 34. Now look at what it's asking. It wants to know how many Maddie and Jillian have all together. That means we're adding. Well, let's see. How many does Maddie have? Let's look at Maddie had 34 stickers. So I'm going to do my T chart. I'm going to write 34. And how many did we figure out Jillian had? 19. So I'm going to put 19. And I'm going to put a plus sign. And I'm going to do my number bond. Now, pause me right here. And I want you to do this. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, friends, let's do 4 plus 9. Remember, let's turn that into a 10. So we take 1, that's a 10. That leaves us a 3. So it's 13. What did we make? Bippity boppity boo. Poof. Poof that 10 over to the 10s. We have 3 1s left over. So add up all your 10s and you should have gotten 5. So all together they have 53 stickers. Now, I want you to draw an Easter egg right here. And you can stop it and decorate it if you want. But that will equal 5 stars if I see that on your paper. Okay, flip it. So now let's look at the back. Now, boys and girls, it says to solve mental math the arrow way or vertically. So I want you on, I think we can do this one. Look, it's got 0 the hero in it. So we know our 1s. The only thing we have to worry about are the 10s. So 4 10s plus 2 10s is 6 10s, and then we have our 9 1s. So our answer is 69. Now I want you to look here. We haven't done a lot of this in class for a while, but I want you to recognize, what is 4 plus 6 equal? You should know that's a fast 10, isn't it? So remember that, that's 10. So I have 6, so I made a 10. So if 60 plus 20 is 80, then I made another 10, that bounces that up to 90. Okay, because we made a 10. Now if we look here, this is another one that we can do just by looking at 7 minus 3. 7 10s minus 3 10s is 4 10s, and then we just bring our 1s over because we can't forget that, right? Because we love all our place values. Okay, now this one, 51 minus 17. So what I want you to do here is I really would like, because I want us to practice, let's do this one in a T-chart. And I want you to do 51 minus 17. And I want you to pause me and I want you to figure this answer out and then turn it back on to see if you're correct. Okay, 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, boys and girls, if you analyzed your ones, you should see more on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So instead of having 5 10s, I'm going to have 4. I'm going to poof in my extra men. So now instead of having 1, I have 11. So 11 minus 7, if I count up this time, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that leaves 4. And 4 10s minus 1 10 is 3 10s. So my answer is 34. Okay, now look down here. They're trying to trick you. How are they trying to trick you here? All they're doing is putting the answer first. But let's look at this. Let's look. We have 2 10s plus 5 10s. That is 70, right? Because it's 20 plus 50. But then look here, we have 8 and 2. What does 8 and 2 equal? It's a fast 10, isn't it? So what's 70 plus 10? 80. Ooh, look at this one. 65. And we want to get back to 18. Okay, so our whole is 65, and we need to see, well, what are we going to subtract to get 18? We're looking for the other part. And when we want to find a part, do we add or subtract? That's right, we subtract. So if I come over here, I can do this, 65 minus 18. That will give us our other part. That's what we're looking for. Whole part. To find a part, we subtract. So copy that down, and I want you to pause it. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, friends, let's see. More on the floor. Go next door and get 10 more. Poof in your guys, 15. So 15 minus 8. What's 10 minus 8 is 2. But you saw that 5, so that's 7. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So 47. Sorry, messed up. 47. So here's our whole and our 2 parts. Good job, boys and girls. So now we have the arrow math. We just have to follow what it says to do. 49 plus 1 is what? You know what? Go ahead and turn this video off or pause it and fill this in and see how you do. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, well, welcome back, friends. This should have been 50. Now we're adding 10, 60, adding another 10, 70. Now be careful, we're not adding 10 anymore, we're just adding 1. So 71, and another one is 72. Okay, again, I want you to pause right here, and this time, instead of adding, we are counting backwards. So pause the video. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, welcome back, friends. This should be 35. Another backward 10 is 25. Now 15. Now we're just counting by ones backwards. 14 and then 13. Okay, let's draw a sunshine. Now, since it's spring, I'm going to draw a smiling sun right here for 1 star. If you guys watch these videos and do this, you're going to have a lot of stars. Okay, so we have been used to subtracting. Now we're adding. That's when you have 2 parts that we have to draw both parts. So we're going to draw 37. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I drew 37. Now I'm going to draw 45, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happened? Do you notice? Yep. Bippity, boppity, boo, poof. I'm going to move that over now into my tens. So now instead of having 7 tens, I now have 8. And I have 2 ones left over. So I have 82. Now let's do that in the algorithm and see. Let's do our number bond. Well, if I give 7, 3 from my 5, that makes that a 10 and that a 2. So this is 12. So bippity boppity boo, poof that 10 over, leave that 2 ones here. Now if I count all my tens, I have 80, 82. Okay, flip it over. And now we are, oh, that's it, guys. We finished. Good job. So let's do one more drawing. Let's draw a carrot that a Easter bunny would like to eat. Let's draw a carrot with, okay? And that'll be for 2 stars. Okay, so you drew a carrot there for 2. You drew a sun there for 1. You drew an Easter egg there for 5. So good job, boys and girls. I hope you are having a wonderful spring break, and I will see you Tuesday.